mathematical skills at A2. The content will be geometry and trigonometry, logarithmic and exponential equations, trigonometric transformations, integration and differentiation. If you want to know what's the link between these topics and your math papers, if you're a math student that is, then you can pause the video and read through this. So here are the objectives for Cambridge students, and these are going to be the objectives for Edexcel students. You can find these in your respective spec files. Alright, so first I want to talk about shapes of graphs, and then we're going to go into geometry. So y is equals to x straight line, y is equals to x squared is going to be kind of the smiley face graph, y is equals to x cube is going to be a graph that goes something like this. Y is equals to 1 over x, reciprocal function, it's going to have a graph like this. Then we're going to have y is equals to k to the power x. This is going to be an exponential curve. We're going to talk more about this later. And then we've got all of them just negated. So y is equals to minus x. Graph is going to be like this. Y is equals to minus x squared. Graph is going to be like this. And then y is equals to minus x cubed. Y is equals to minus 1 over x. And then y is equals to k to the power minus x. So make sure you know these graphs and their shapes. It's good to memorize them because we have a lot of examples in physics where we see these type of graphs. So you can see one of the examples. Let's take this one. So we're going to have V graph against our graph. If I plot, that's going to be a graph that will be the reciprocal graph, right? So it's going to be something like this. So this is how we plot in physics, right? This is going to be an inversely proportional graph, basically. So that's one example. The other one, we can have something like this. So A against omega graph. That's going to be a quadratic graph. So stuff like that. So make sure you know the shapes and you know how they are drawn, and you just need to sketch them. Okay, so that's all. Okay, now we're going to be talking about geometry. So area of shapes first. Pretty simple, rectangle, length times width, triangle, half, base times height. The height will be perpendicular to the base. And then we have trapezium, which is half a plus b times h. Again, h here will be perpendicular to the b. And then here parallelogram, again, base times height. Height will be perpendicular to the base. Okay, so these are the first couple of shapes. Now let's talk about circles, which come up a lot. So here area pi r square, circumference pi times diameter, or 2 pi r. So these are things that you have seen in AS level and your IGCSE as well. This is just a quick revision. Then we have rectangular block and cube. So for rectangular block, the volume will be length times width times height. Volume of cube will be length cubed. And then surface area of rectangular block, I haven't seen it assessed at all. So just glance through it. Don't need to memorize it. So 2 times LW plus 2 times WH plus 2 times LH, where L is the length, W is the width, H is the height. This comes up a lot. Surface area of a sphere, 4 pi r square. Volume is going to be 4 by 3 pi r cubed. This probably comes up the most in exam. The next is going to be the volume of the cylinder, which is going to be pi r square h. And then we have the surface area of cylinder, which again isn't assessed, so I would just tell you to glance over it. It's going to be 2 pi r square plus pi dh. This is going to be the surface area. This is going to be the volume. Memorize this. Just glance over this. Okay, so I'll just mark the ones that come up a lot. So this, then this, and this. These specific formulas of these shapes come up a lot, right? The rest of them, you can just glance over them. And I'm sure they're not too tricky as well. You've seen them in your IGCSEs as well. Alright, that's all for this video. In the next video, we'll be starting trigonometry.